Welcome to Coffee Chat, the chat that talks almost about everything. Oh man, this is like my fifth take, and I could not remember that catchphrase, but now I do. It's been a while since I've uploaded a Coffee Chat as well. And if you don't know me, hi, I'm JaguarBubbles. I animate, I stream, I game, and I've been on the platform for 6 years on my main channel, and this channel's a little bit younger. So, today I'm going to be discussing 2 videos I uploaded that literally contradict and juxtapose each other. And I'm going to kind of be giving some clarity to what the channel actually looks like, because those 2 videos, if you've seen them both, they're around 30 seconds, are very confusing. So first of all, what are the videos if you haven't seen them, and what content do they have within them? So I'm back. Basically was the first video that I uploaded. I was like, hey, what have I been doing since I've been gone from YouTube, because it's been a year? And I kind of did some drawings and then was like, okay, hey guys, I need voice actors for this one upload that I'm trying to do, so join my new Discord, because I did get rid of the old one. Why? Because it is so frustrating when the little commands work. People weren't able to see all of the channels, even when they had all the channels selected, and if not everyone can read the rules, that makes for a problem. So I just was like, okay, that one's gone. I'm making a new one. So if you do want to join that, it will be in the description, that new Discord server that I was talking about in the Hey, I'm Back video. So wait a couple days, boom, another upload, around 30 seconds. Similar upload, except it carries a vastly different message. And to start, I basically go like, hey, I take back the fact that I said I'm returning to YouTube. What? Okay, this only happened within a couple of days. So what happened within the couple of days? So this video here is to explain what's happening in the couple of days and be like, hey, are you actually uploading? And all of that sort of stuff. The answer is maybe. I don't want to go to one extreme or the other, so I'm putting it in as maybe. Alright, so YouTube started as some fun creative process. When I started YouTube, I was like, oh man, I'm gonna get 3 subscribers or 3 views, and I'm super excited, and I think that was really funny and very sweet. But now we're at 300. So that was a change. But basically, throughout all of my YouTube career, my YouTube time, you can kind of see how my channel content kind of ended up changing a lot. So while I had animations and storytime animations, and because I like drawing, that was the main part of it, but drawing takes a long time, so there weren't as many. I also did hamster content because I was really into hamster care, then hamster research, and I actually really connected with a lot of people with that whole hamster content. And then Mochi died, and it was a little difficult, and people may find that funny, but even just if it's a small little creature who doesn't live for a long time, it can really make an impact. And since she was my first hamster, and, you know, I had upgraded her from bad pet store, like cage and care, to a whole like aquarium, and I kind of made videos about that, and you kind of saw, you know, the changing. It was very sentimental, and she was very, very feisty but sweet, and so that was like, ooh. So after that, I did go into hamster care, I think months later, but I never really recorded it again because I was like, I don't know if I want to make hamster videos, not necessarily because they weren't fun. I found much enjoyment, but I was like, I don't want to plaster all my pets onto, like, YouTube all the time. I still had the hamster Instagram running, but anyways, getting distracted. I continued to do drawing and art, And that's around the time I announced, like, hey guys, I have a concept trailer. Concept trailer basically meaning, like, hey, this is an idea for a movie, but this movie doesn't exist yet, and it's very, like, starting out, very just simple ideas. And I was like, hey, this is my concept trailer, but since I can't do stuff digitally, which would make making a movie easier, it's just an idea, it's just a concept trailer. Boom! I got something to do digital art. Oh. So now I moved from traditional to digital, made a couple videos there. I also then went into streaming for the first time back in 2022, 2023. So it sounds like a long time ago, but it's actually pretty recent. Time just goes by fast. And then I started streaming, and then I uploaded, I did Super Stream Week. That was a new thing I had for my channel and all of that sort of stuff. And it was really, really enjoyable. And then I even started doing coffee chats and all that sort of stuff here on my second channel. So there was a lot of change that this YouTube channel has gone through. I really like the change. I think life brings a lot of change, and I think it's beautiful. If everything stayed the same, sure, it'd be nice. Like, oh, everything, boom, 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 set in stone, all this sort of stuff. I know it's happening, and even though change can bring anxiety, I think it is beautiful because you can see really how far you've gone and how far the Lord can transform and change your life, which has happened to me. And guess what? That happened to me through the duration of YouTube. And that's a long story because I know, hey, I'm Christian, was pretty much a big sentiment of my channel, even when I necessarily wasn't a practicing Christian. Whoa, that could be a story time. Whoa, I actually could make that a story time. Because, at first I was like, oh, that'd be cool, but in the future, I have to perfect it and all that stuff. But honestly, do I? It's just a story of my life. I am completely different. 2023 to 2025, so much change. I think everyone changes, through the course of their life and years, but the amount of change that has happened in my life. I'm also a lot busier now. And I hate the term busy. Busy. I can't do anything because I'm busy. I can't hang out with people because I'm busy. I can't make videos because I'm, guess what? Busy. So, no, I'm just really taking advantage of, I'm researching, a lot. I've been researching a lot. I've been working on personal stuff that in my life personally has to be done stuff. And then I have also been, hanging out with people. And that takes time. And so I am doing a lot of in real life events, and that leaves less time for YouTube. Also, do you know how long it takes to just get one frame or just even one drawing done? If you want it to be high colored, high quality, which usually I don't color my art, but for whatever reason on digital art, I have a more, I try to lean towards coloring my art more, then makes it look like I don't know how to do colors on digital really well, so it looks all putty, muddy, and then I'm like, my art sucks, I don't want to do this. But I am an extrovert. I'm a shy extrovert, but I really do like interacting and talking with people. And so when you're drawing, you're kind of just focused on, hey, here I'm going, I'm drawing, I'm working, I'm doing. But you don't really get to talk to people while you're drawing. And sure, you can join a voice call or chat with someone, but I also have this thing of when I'm doing work, for example, schoolwork, I cannot have anyone around me. On call, even if they're silent, it's okay, but I'm not like 100% focused and locked in, which if I'm doing art all the time or majorly, then that's where it becomes a problem. And you might be like, hey, isn't research kind of a solo topic as well? Yes. But the difference with my research is I talk to a lot of people about it, or people around me about it, which makes me like get to talk to people more. And since I'm extroverted, I'm like, oh geez, more research, more conversations, let's talk to the world. But I'm also shy, so it's kind of a fun conundrum. But yeah, so that's kind of what I've been doing. And I guess now in the 10-minute 30 kind of section of the video, so why did I upload 2 of those videos being like, I'm back? Never mind. It's kind of explained a little bit more in the second video, but basically it's this point of, I do YouTube for fun. YouTube has always been something fun for me, and the fact that I've been at it for 6 years is incredible to me, especially because you don't realize how far 2022 was, and now you're in 2025. The amount of life changes as well, not even transformation, but like life changes through that transformation. It's just insane. It's insane, and I could make videos about it, but I think I got to the point where I am really trying to do one of these videos I kind of announced like a long time ago, and I was struggling with it because I didn't have voice actors, and I'm like, well, I don't want to work on it if I don't have voice actors, but I think there is a way to get around it without having voice actors, but yeah, so it honestly just takes a lot of time as well, but that time I can put into it when I'm not working in the outside world. But basically, I just kind of didn't want to be stressed, because when you're like, hey, I'm back to YouTube, it's kind of like, oh, you have this presupposition of regular posts. Maybe not once a week, but at least once a month or once every 2 months, given my already not great schedule, even when I was consistent. And my coming back to YouTube is, okay, I'll upload when I like, and I'll stream when I like. I do want to get more involved into streaming and maybe have a schedule, but because I want to focus on videos, I want to stream less so I can use the streaming time for the video making time. And if I say I'm back, I'm gonna get stressed because there's an invisible deadline. And while deadlines are important, because if you don't have deadlines, then you don't have goals. Because if you have a goal, you need a structure to that goal to be able to accomplish it. If you're just shooting in the wind, you're not going anywhere. You're just kind of like, oh, these are my dreams and aspirations, but they're never going to be reality. They're just nice little things I like to think about that I could accomplish. You can accomplish something. But in order to accomplish what you would like to accomplish, it is going to take work. And not just any sort of work, it's gonna take discipline. And learning discipline is a gift. It's an art. You have to learn it. You have to go through some struggle. If you want your dreams, your projects, your aspirations to exist, you don't manifest it. You work for it. Manifestation is also just witchy, and if you're a Christian, do not participate in that. It's not just, oh, I'm imagining my future. It's like, look into the past of it and the actually definition. It's part of witch stuff. Anyway, that's a whole nother tangent. We're not talking about how witchcraft is bad today. But you have to work. Everyone's so opposed to work. Even I'm opposed to work, okay? Like, honestly, if you really sit down and think about it, why are we not chasing these dreams? Because we're looking at stuff that's gonna distract us, like different videos and social medias. Well, why are we looking at them? Well, if we take them away and we actually start working, we just find the fact that we simply do not want to work because we're lazy. Boom, that's hard to hear. You're lazy? Yeah, well, you know what? there's this thing in the brain called neuroplasticity. It is something incredibly amazing, and I think it's an amazing gift that God made. Your brain is literally able to change. And so how do you change? Well, you put in habits, daily, everyday habits. And once you do it around 30 times, or depending on the situation or the habit, then it becomes part of your routine, new neuron connections. All right? And maybe I don't necessarily make storytime YouTube videos. Maybe I make these coffee chats and I just nerd out about random stuff that I research. There's another funny storytime video about that I haven't uploaded. But yeah, now, I think it's really, I just have to talk myself through the process. Some people, you have to think through the process. Some people, you have to talk through the process. But majorly, why I uploaded those videos is because I didn't want the internal stress of being able to be consistent. Because when I'm consistent, if I'm... No, I don't want to say it that way, because I just talked about being consistent and disciplined, and now I'm like, I actually don't want deadlines for my stuff. It's not that I don't want deadlines, it's just when you announce to the whole world that there's deadlines, for whatever reason, there's more stress. When you do it in secret or by yourself, you find yourself more productive and less likely to fail. That's just the reason of it. And because I get super excited about these animations and about these projects, it's difficult to kind of not talk about it because there's just so many ideas. You probably heard me like 3 different times in this video be like, hey, that's a story time. Hey, that's a story time. But yeah, that's basically the gist, the main part of it. And I think this video is going to be the longest coffee chat. So if you've watched this far, put a coffee in the comments. I don't know. I just think it'd be actually incredible if someone watched it this far. First of all, wow. Second of all, thank you. Third of all, did you speed it up? I don't know what my own voice sounds like speed up. Sometimes, like, I watch, like, these short-term videos and it's like, okay, I just stop with the long explanation, just get done with it, and I just speed it up. Which, again, I think that also ruins our concentration. We have to be focused on one thing at a time. And when we're too, into distracted or being distracted, then it's like, you're not going to get anything done. Sometimes music is even too distracting. Sometimes you have to just sit there. Let your mind work. Because at the end of the day, you don't want someone else playing your mind for you. You want to be able to think for yourself. You want to be able to memorize things yourself, remember things, and actively pursue having a mind that works. Not a ChatGPT relier, not relying on someone telling you every single bit of ounce of intellectual knowledge. But you want you to do the work, to be a human, and to stop relying on these distractions. Because at the end of the day, why are you distracting yourself? When you get rid of all of your distractions, what are you left with? Are you thinking just about yourself, your life? Maybe you dream about your goals and you're excited to pursue them. Or maybe when you're silent, it really brings you to a place of contemplation that makes you feel uncomfortable because you're called out and you realize that something's missing. So you distract yourself. Well, I'm here to say that you don't have to do that. You don't have to constantly have stuff playing in your ears or looking at videos or all of this sort of stuff to distract your mind so that you don't have to think and contemplate for yourself. That void you feel that you can't really explain, but it's there and it's sad and uncomfortable to think about, so you just fill your life with busyness. You want a relationship. You want a connection. And I'm not talking about a romantic relationship. No. I'm talking about something far more important and dear than that. And I mean a relationship with the Creator. He's never stopped pursuing having a relationship with you. You just need to stop pursuing the busyness, slow down a little bit, and talk to Christ. So everyone, thank you for watching. This video ultimately reminds me why I do like making YouTube videos. Spreading a message and also just talking. Because I'm apparently a shy extrovert. Please keep in mind everything that's in this video, and I'm not just talking about me and YouTube. I'm talking about the main underlying point that I just referenced about distractions. Don't distract yourself. Go pursue God and find the amazing purpose He has for you. Thank you, and see you guys next time. Have a sweet as blueberry pie day.